And when I stand here, I see eminent patriotic Kenyans and citizens of the world, because this technical working group has the advantage of benefiting not just from the works or the experience of our citizens, but also of those who serve within the broader community of nations. And it has a mix of people who serve in government, outside government, and a number of international institutions. And at the outset, we take note of the comment by the Vice Chair of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. And within the Gazette notice that set up this task force, there is definitely room for co-option and also expansion of this technical working group. That also applies to the Secretariat, because we want to benefit from the best that there is, so that when the assignment is done, the country will look at this team under the leadership of Justice Baraza, that we have really done the best in the circumstances. Now, the issues of gender-based violence and, of course, femicide have been with us for a while now. And I think for a moment, as a government, we've actually taken a lot of flack, either for inaction or being perceived to not do anything. Now, as my colleagues and as the speakers have mentioned, this is a very complex challenge that we are dealing with. And there are issues around cultural norms, there are issues around morality, and it calls on all of us to have a much more broader view of things. Yes, the women and the girls are most affected, actually, the majority. But then Harriet has spoken about the boy child as well. And it is something that is very easy to forget, or to imagine that the male gender is not actually affected. I think there's a lot that has been done to bring up the girl child, to the point that the boy child either feels intimidated or is neglected. And some of that happens quite unconsciously within the society that we live in. If you have children, you have girls and boys, you always ask boys to man up and just ensure that the girls are well taken care of. So they grow up very confident. They probably are able to get the very best. Later on, when they're trying to interact with their male colleagues, then the situation gets exacerbated. My other point is that I know that the timelines are pretty tight. We are actually behind schedule. And I have no doubt in my mind that we'll try and work within the timelines that were set. But should there be a need for us to have a review, I think through the chair and the team, it's possible that we can always have those conversations. But the challenge is huge, and we cannot afford to waste any more time. Let me then go through what our chief guest would have spoken to. And to the chairperson of the National Gender and Equality Commission and commissioners present, the vice chairperson and commissioners of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, the President's advisor on women rights, esteemed members of the Principal Secretary's Oversight Committee, the chairperson, members and secretariat of the Technical Working Group, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We convene today immediately after you've subscribed to your respective oaths of office as chairperson, members and secretariat of the Technical Working Group, on gender-based violence, including femicide. You've been entrusted by His Excellency the President on behalf of the people of Kenya with the mandate of assessing, reviewing, and recommending measures to strengthen the institutional, legal, as well as policy response to GBV and femicide in the country. This is a very consequential task given the central place of family as a basic unit of society and the necessary basis of social order, and the inherent dignity of every individual and their right to freedom and security. The family is the basis of nation building, and no nation can rise above the quality of values collectively exposed at the family level. As a society, we must work to strengthen our family units and promote the peaceful coexistence of partners in the intimate relationships, as well as effective resolution of disputes in marriages and other forms of relationships. The social order and the protection of the dignity, freedoms, and security of individuals in our nation is threatened by the notable rising cases of gender-based violence, with increased cases of the killing of women and girls, generally referred to as femicide. Now, as you are aware, for the last 6 months, the country has recorded more than 100 cases of femicide. And sadly, this month alone, 15 women and girls have lost their lives through GBV. This causes immense physical, emotional, and economic harm to individuals, families, and communities, and exacerbates gender inequalities, as well as impedes sustainable development. It is a reflection of deep-rooted familial and societal issues which presents a profound threat to our collective pursuit of gender parity, national security, as well as straining our social fabric. This calls for our collective effort to continually improve the manner in which the affairs of our nation are governed. One such way is the realization that there are existing gaps in the prevention, response, investigations, prosecution, data management, as well as survivor support systems in GBV and femicide cases. The gaps have to be urgently addressed through innovative measures that generate positive change, which can be sustained in the long term. As a result, an onerous task devolves upon you to help the nation to reset towards a place where relations are based on tolerance and respect for one another, and where we share our similarities and also celebrate our differences as we pursue our dreams for the shared prosperity in peace and harmony. Your appointment to the working group, therefore, is not by sheer accident or what anyone would call luck. The appointment of every member of the technical working group is actually a reflection of the diverse experiences each one of you has and the capacity to be able to make meaningful contributions in the coming up with a final report that will help us to put this vice behind us. I would want to appeal to you to treat this task as a critical step towards achieving the comprehensive, sustained change that our nation so desperately needs. And given that your collective membership brings on board an array of experience made up of an extraordinary fusion of talents right across every aspect of our society, I have no doubt in my mind that you are equal to the task. Your membership is drawn from the state and non-state agencies, including development partners, civil society, and religious institutions. This is a demonstration of the dedication across board to tackle this challenging issue. His Excellency the President considers the work of this technical working group to be of great importance in not just fulfilling his obligation as the head of government, but much more as a father, husband, and son. He therefore expects your utmost dedication to the duty that lies ahead. I call upon you to engage as many people and institutions as possible in the performance of your work so that your recommendations are rich and reflective of the diversity of the Kenyan people. The outcome of your work will surely outlive you and will play a useful role in constructing the destiny of future generations that will come after you. And let future generations look back with pride at the output of this technical working group. The Executive Office of the President, the National Government Administration Infrastructure, together with the Principal Secretary's Oversight Committee, will be at hand to accord you all the necessary support in the performance of the tasks that lie ahead. Finally, I would want to extend my very best wishes and those of His Excellency the President